I go ahead and start recording so I don't
Go
forget.
stuff.
Oh yeah, my closed caption is not on. That time I actually forgot to turn it on.
Yeah.
Ooh. Awesome. Okay.
Shadowlands. I guess I found a build.
Did you?
Whoever Shadow is.
Okay, does it look like a complete build?
Yeah. I'll show you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where was it going?
I don't know. I'm coming to you. We can check. You
Oh.
want to check it out together?
Mark it on your map so we don't know where it's at. Thank you, CCC. CCR, you did your job right. Exactly. That time it did its job right.
Let's go see Shadowlands. It's dislocated your right shoulder. Did you put it back?
And Bradicus, thank you for the last minute putting admin thing on there. I do appreciate it. I was in the middle of trying to actually get ready to do the stream when I realized he hadn't even been added to it yet. Yeah, it worked. Thank you very, very much for doing it for me. I was trying to get all the stuff ready earlier, but I've been pushing the video edits, and both of the PCs... Oh, Kitty, you can't play! Both of the PCs had to update Windows and their graphics card today, so I kind of got lost doing that, and I didn't get around to it. I got them into the server, but I didn't do the rest of it. You have ignored me all day long.
What?
The cat has ignored me all day long, and now she just loves the hell out of me because she thinks I'm going to be her fast food restaurant.
All right, now I'm headed to you.
Chaplain! How you doing? And now she wants your attention and our attention. Exactly. She has quite literally not come up to me not once today. Why am I cold and wet?
Says I am very wet. That's raining. Where you're at.
There. I'm not cold anymore.
Are we naked flying?
Yep. Well, no, you're not. I put clothes on you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I looked at you naked before I put clothes on you, though. Obviously.
Think today.
Nothing like a good angular butt to get you in the mood.
Another what?
An angular butt.
Alright, here is C 2008. 208. Is this another build?
I don't think so. Why are you underneath the ground?
Because I'm looking to see if there's a build. Where the hell are you?
Just keep coming my way.
Hey, you're naked.
Being cold and wet, that does sound personal. Yeah, I didn't do my beginning stuff. I did your beginning stuff. I set your balls on fire. You keep it up. Guys, where did you list your stuff? I've lost it in 5,000 server spots. Where did you list your builds at? I want to know whose build I'm standing outside of if I can.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say fly and you'll probably find it. There's somebody build right behind you.
I know, that's why I'm not looking at it. I was trying to see if I could find the list. A couple of people sent me their lists, but I don't remember where they sent it to. Okay, now, were they private messages? Hang on. No. Okay. Why don't I write this stuff down? I'm like, yeah, I can definitely remember that.
I heard a zombie. I'm not supposed to hear a zombie, am I?
Scroll up a bit. Community server, general chat, and the patron section. Okay. Community server, general chat, and the patron section. Okay.
I thought zombies were off.
I think they are. Or at the very least, there's not a whole lot of them. I think zombie respawn is off, so you might see them in the world, but I don't think you'll see them anywhere else. Base. Lens base. Where are we at on the map?
Huh? I shared it with
1642. I don't see anybody who's close to this one, though. Whose build am I standing in front of? Is there a label on the build? Kitty? You cannot harass me in defeating the chonk. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I'm just gonna go look at it. Where are you at? Did you run off? Okay, okay.
Girl, you need to put them things up.
Zoe says you can have the snacky snack, kitty. Oh, that would be awesome. Lexi says she's gonna log in to try and help us find places. Go. Hopefully I actually hit the button and I didn't just not hit the button. There's Kiki Snacks. There we go. I'm a feeder, what can I say?
Okay, so what's
Unless you change stuff, there are zombies. Okay, I didn't know whether or not the server ever got changed to not have zombies.
I thought you did that.
But I don't know. Some of the decisions were made, but this server's been going so long I've completely forgotten all of the stuff. Big list with big glasses. Yeesh. Thanks. Way to make a woman feel self-conscious there, Chaplain. You know what? I'm not giving you this many at one time. Here, take 2. I gave you 4 the first time and 4 the next time.
I like it best.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Kitty feeding done? Yes. Okay, I think she's done. There we go. Well, thank you. I appreciate.
I don't see a door down here, so.
I'm assuming it would be upstairs. It's locked, though. We can't go in.
Yes, we can.
I have broken and entered. Rear, rear, rear.
Correct weapons. What the hell's gnomes?
Noms, this is 2 people's bases.
How do you know that?
Because there's 2 bedrolls up here that are owned.
Oh. They don't say a name, say a name. Who's this? Is this?
Noms.
Huh.
It's nice. There's candles everywhere and everything.
Sound like a romantic.
Yeah. I do
Somebody
like
here.
this. Though I kind of feel like maybe the person who built this may in some way be responsible for all of the birdhouses that showed up on the PvP server before.
Thought something. Here. Heard a video.
Probably Sparrow and Ren. Oh, well, thank you, Chaplain. I do appreciate it. I know, I was just picking on you earlier. I wonder, out of curiosity, I don't think... This is a very cute build, though. It is a very cute build. Oh, they put the land claim underneath to make sure it's safe.
There's who's that? Get outside.
Oh, look at the roof, though. Come here, look at this roof.
Yeah, the double layer.
Yeah, the double layer roof. Like
You know what
the...
that is?
What?
Insulation.
Is it? Post-apocalyptic insulation. It's very well done. Very well done.
We're being all kinds of stupid.
Yeah, I just invaded their space. Do we have another build we could go see? Where are you going?
Wanna look?
Alright. You're noticing a bird theme? Yeah, I do like the roofing of it. It does look like it was probably a pain in the rear end to do. And they definitely did not spare
Okay,
any
this is-
expense on making sure that it looked very detailed. It
Who
looked
is sick?
really
Is
good.
this Chaplain 208?
Huh?
I said, I ran into this Chaplain 208, a C208. Now this is a C209. So does that stand for Chaplain? Chaplain.
Where are you at? No, come on. Oh, okay, you're over here. This place has got a bunker underneath. I wonder if they changed it all. Nope. I do not see any changes.
And what?
I don't see any changes. So maybe it was a way of telling which buildings they had gone into? Maybe. You honestly don't know what's up with the numbers at the POI. Guest houses, no one took that one. Oh, okay. These are guest houses. Okay, okay. What's these?
What about this? Is that a...
Look at this damn mine, dude! Holy hell!
Okay, so nobody built this?
Ah. Where are you? There.
It's still a CO9.
Okay.
209.
Okay.
What the hell is you?
I'm walking. The precise mining, exactly. I can't do that. If I don't make a big mess and nearly cave it in and get myself killed, I'm not doing it right, I don't think. Okay, so we need to find builds. Lexi is on her way in. I think she just logged in though. What's up, Darth Phoenix? How you doing? I'll try, but nope. Yeah, I do that with the building too. Okay, this is gonna get on my nerves. Can you... Hold on. Let me go pick this thing up so it'll get off my hood. There. Yay, I have a recipe. Okay. Alright. Okay, you think the noob cube is right across from the trader, which is over here. Kitty.
You send Lindsay anybody?
Yeah.
I thought I did.
Meow. No, you okayed my friend thing and everything. Okay. Yep, she's on there now. This is the noob cube, right? Dark Phoenix, I'm glad you're feeling better.
30 just resubscribed for 10 months.
And thank you for the
Finally made it to a
resub.
stream again. I've been sick and missed a few streams.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better, though.
Who's Noob Cube, though? Who's Noob Cube?
Noob cube. I'm guessing this is it's a community home, but who worked on this one?
Who?
Chaplain? He was the one telling me about it. Hello!
Everyone's place. What? I don't know about no Noob Cube, man.
Chat, her, and Brett. I did.
Holy shit. A whole bunch of beds here.
Oh yeah, this is the new zombie force field thing.
What is?
This back here.
Oh, the walkway.
Yeah. Whoa. They got a nice little pad out here where you can eat your
they got a
dinner.
pool table up in here, all kinds of stuff.
And a garden. Somebody apparently broke in through the roof.
No, that's glass. Oh, yes it did.
And a few beds that nobody's using.
Open sign.
It's a really good beginner base. It's got basically everything they needed for everybody.
That's alright, man. Dinkers, Reaper, Worm, 7, Shadow, Equal, Predicus, Lindsay, and Chaplain, Gray, Sparrow.
You got Lynn there, she'll be the tour guide.
So,
Well, anybody who had a build is more than, I mean, a build at all, even if you just want to come in here and hang out while we're walking around it. Guys, you can definitely come into the server. I do not mind, not one bit. That way I can probe your brain about what you were thinking while you were building. I was just looking for a reason to say
shit,
probing.
What house is this?
What?
This is everybody's ward base?
Horde base off
I'll
to
be
the
down.
east. Ah,
Over here.
I see. This is beefy. He's gonna house several people.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Girl, you do cool, girl.
Should I? Is it gonna bother you for me to be running around completely naked? Should I put some clothes on? Hang on.
Don't bother me at all.
Hold
Do
on.
not put no clothes on.
Hold on. You're having issues.
Stop. Them will work. I like this shit.
There. That should work.
She don't need clothes from the face. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
That works, right?
Yes, works great.
Okay. Okay. This is a really good base. Okay, it basically can accommodate for 3 people standing up front and then cycling through for other people to come in whenever, like, reloads are being done or, you know, whatever else.
So, can we give her like a helicopter or something? So she can fly with us? Or give all of us a helicopter and we just, I don't know. What do you think?
She's an admin.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool then. Well, let's go. We follow you? How about that?
She can probably just fast travel there and then we'll know where it's at so we can fast travel
Well,
to
we're
her.
following her. No, we need to open the map.
Really like this. That took a lot of work, by the way. That looks like a whole lot of work.
Hey, there's another one.
It's one of your better designs.
Is this
Nice.
Dankers? Chat did the road. Come on down here, woman.
The stream has your full attention now. You stop playing Phasmo. Okay. Whoa, what the hell is this?
Start at the top. What'd you say? Is that what she said? Start at the top.
Workshop.
Damn. This is alright, huh?
Oh, okay. I was supposed to say they incorporated the side of the mountain into it. No, it just hadn't, you know, loaded in properly. Oh my gosh. What is going on in this base? I'm detecting lag. What's this way? It's got a nice view.
Got an arrow.
Whoa. Meow. Welcome. Oh, look, there's an information desk. Hang on, I gotta go get a pamphlet. I would like a pamphlet, please. Do you have any pamphlets?
Whoa.
Okay. I have one.
I like this. I like this boy.
I didn't even know the paper showed up as that. Okay.
What the hell?
Nice. Okay, that came out that way. I gotta go down? Yes? Mess hall? Loot? Uh-oh. 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 Is this where we had discussions and hand-to-hand combat training and learning how to reload the weapon and things? It's a lot to learn, yes. Nice.
She look like she's getting ready for war.
Yeah, no kidding. Start dealing out all the weapons. There's like a strategic plan on some wall somewhere.
What the hell? Check this out.
What?
It's kind of scary.
Oh my gosh.
There's all this stuff.
Yeah, that's not creepy.
This is a storage dummies. Target practice.
But yeah, it's creepy though. Still creepy.
Look out here. She said go up. I'm gonna go up.
Go up.
I can't go up. There's nothing up here.
Hold still. I'm trying to go up.
You gotta go down. You wanted to do that again, look.
Whoa. Nice. That's the robot storage area? Okay, the army. Ah, gotcha.
Cyborgs.
This has kind of got an alien
Jesus.
isolation vibe going on. Is
We
that
can go down again.
was this the one that she was talking about? She kind of gave it the alien isolation vibe because I am getting that from this. That's what she was. Okay, okay.
Damn it. What?
Yes.
Kitchen. No.
Kitchen. What's in here? Oh, this is the main work area.
Was not shutting the door in your face.
You were so shutting the door on somebody's face. Wait.
Damn it, boy.
Who were y'all capturing and sticking in cages that they
Oh,
had to
yeah.
bathe and stuff whilst someone was
Shut the
observing
door.
them?
I want to get naked, but y'all can't see me. Well, she got 2 washers and 2 dryers. She
Yeah.
plan on bathing with her clothes on.
Hey, it's probably the easiest way to make sure that your clothes are washed and you're washed at the same time.
This is all right.
Yeah. Well, it's this way.
I go back.
Yeah. But
But I know her and her secret walls or secrets.
yeah. Good grief. This is kind of claustrophobic. Oh my gosh. If she's going for the alien isolation vibes, this kind of reminds me of the droids that are on there. You know, the working Joes.
Jesus. It's like the secret passage.
Yeah.
Like,
Say
hey,
they wanted
little bitty
them.
narrow walls. Hey,
That's
you
just where
gotta
Dinker
stop
lived.
talking.
Why?
Because it stops everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, would you like to read this?
That's all right. I'm asking you. I got over here. Hospital room.
Okay, it does go up again. Here.
It's interesting.
This is where they put the alien at. And then it breaches.
The observatory.
Yeah.
Hey, look at me. I'm happy.
This is such an awesome build.
Ah. Oh, well. Boy, that'd be strange. Let's go down here and get some info on these aliens.
Info on these aliens?
Oh man, I didn't even see this part.
What part?
Looks like the farm area.
Mm-hmm.
That's holding safe.
I love the fact that with all the security that's probably going on in this whole facility, they've decided to watch the coffee maker. Do not steal this person's coffee. There will be repercussions. That is great.
This is all right, yeah. I like
Yeah.
it. Kind of makes me want to build one. Would never build
Coffee is life.
this.
Wow. That is such a great build.
See, I'm just a basic guy. I don't even have the imagination for this kind of stuff.
And this is so much fun. I don't think all of it's phased in. Here we go.
I think it will.
Gonna see the workshop up top.
Thought we did, didn't we? Oh, I did. I snuck into it.
Ah, hang on.
Yeah, this is where I was talking about.
Death for the person that steals it. Whoa.
This was like a museum. Where you're standing was like a museum. I like the way it's set up.
This looks really, really cool.
This is the break room.
Yeah, the full-on break room.
Oh, I'm talking about the what? You don't even know where I'm at.
No.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I didn't get it.
Oh,
Looks like the break.
yeah. What about it?
There's nothing about it. Just said it looked like the break room.
She shall head to the next area. This is really cool. This is where everybody gathers at the end of their day to talk about their adventures in zombie slaying. And then they just sit there, drink coffee, and it's like, yeah, well, I had to kill 3 zombies. And then I got backed up into a corner by a white and near about bit it. And one's like, well, I was out and I had to deal with 2 screamers. Oh man, that's not even a big deal. I had to deal with 3 screamers. And they were this big! That's what usually happens.
Whoa, I just kind of snuck in this.
What is it? Ah. Looks like a very large mine.
Yeah, this thing is cool. So it probably is mine. It's probably got a stuff. So let me go see. Yeah, it's a mine. Sorry.
Yeah. This is like the biggest vein of nitrate I have ever freaking seen, dude.
That's because you usually don't do God mode.
So zomberts are the new tall fishtails? Exactly.
Alright, we're gonna go find Mr. Should I mark that on the map?
Got stuck in that part of the last how many zombies I killed and burned to death. Too soon! Too soon! Poor Shahoodle. I felt the pain of that when it happened. Oh my gosh. I can just imagine he was so entirely disappointed after all of that. I felt so bad. So bad. Whoa. There's like a whole way through the mountain here. I do my own sound effects, guys. I'm that good.
I was listening to some music.
Oh, what is this? A radio? No, it's a wind tower? Wind turbine? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Gray, Reaper, and Chaplin built this. And they built the tunnel, is what she said. Built the tunnel. Nice.
And we are here. Let's see. Hey, you're still floating. Let's see. Girl.
Yeah, that's probably true. I probably should not have stated it that I knew exactly what it was. That was probably a spoiler if anybody hasn't seen it yet. Guys, ignore what I said. Go watch the episode yourself.
What's that?
Nothing. I said nothing. Whoa.
Chaps, fast gas.
Hey! They paid this.
Yeah. And that big ass humpty hump by that. Jesus. One of these days. So let's try this. Let me see.
Whoa. Does this thing go all the way across the river? Holy hell! Oh my gosh, this is the biggest daggone bridge. I don't even want to think of how long this probably took to do. How deep is this? Okay, it's not horrible deep, but still, that would be such a pain. If I follow the lake line, I can see all of the turbines. Sweet. I'm gonna go back.
Oh. Start it.
Chap City. Chaps, fast gas. Are you offering the foods? Welcome to Sanctuary. Private road? Plus D's. Someone's solar panel. Okay. I like sticking my nose in other people's stuff.
Was that the rest stop box?
Dinker-doo! Huh?
Is there another Dinkers?
What do you mean, is there another Dinkers? There's only one Dinkers.
No, I'm talking about in the build.
Oh, this dock is pretty sweet.
Damn, that's awesome. That sheet.
Looks like a nice rental property. You'd want to buy this place, that way you have a spot by the dock, and you have to pay an exorbitant fee to be able to put your boat in the lake.
I can't remember how you fast shop.
You go to the map and you shift, control right click. I'm saying that right. I think so. What's this?
It's not. I'm stupid.
That's Chaplin's. That's your unfinished build? That's your pimp pad. The lake house was your unfinished build? Is that what you're saying? Okay, okay. Whoa. Apparently you have ghosts inside your... You have ghosts inside your pimp pad. Jeez.
Boogie boogie. Ooh.
I found the bathroom.
Which one? You got another one over here.
Has he?
I was going to the same
Nice.
Hey, buddy.
one. Better?
You look thirsty. Why don't you get hydrated?
He got a canopy bed.
Okay, the lake house was your home. Oh, thank you for the hydration reminder. Nice spacious rooms, exactly.
He's got the motorcycle. All right about that.
Well, Gray, you had a really, really good start on that. Whoa. Hey, you need a garage like this.
I know. Be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's clean.
Oh, what? Oh, my garage is actually clean-ish.
For a dude, I guess it's clean. Don't look at
Yeah.
me, judgy.
Yeah. So how do y'all get the pictures and pool tables and stuff? I know y'all didn't build them.
They had access to certain things for payment.
Can you build them?
Alright, you get a new snack. Ouch, Liz. It's only partially an ouch.
Now, let's go see where the hell means you go.
Um,
And this, you said this is George Lindsay.
where?
Wherever she's at.
Oh, and you're getting another one. Okay. Hold on, let's go full screen. There we go.
She's waiting for me. She's back. Oh,
Yeah. The chunk is gonna conquer. Here. Just so you guys know, I can't even eat a bag of Skittles without her coming after me. I was sitting here trying to work on something, and I was eating my bag of Skittles, and she was sitting right here, this close to my face, giving me the nastiest eat crap and die look.
Zoe, you can't have Skittles over there, can you?
And then every time I showed her the bag, it's not hers, she'd sniff it and then just stare at me like she was still waiting on something.
Oh, okay. I was trying to wait on this here, but you know.
Sorry, I'm doing a thing.
We're going this way. We'll do it
There we
normally.
Yes. Okay.
I did not do that.
Oh, look, we got the medical wing over here.
You said this is
I'm gonna
yours.
need you to do some stretches now.
Before the build server is retired, I will download the map to give it to anybody who would like it. That would be awesome, Verticus. Thank you.
What is that?
He's going to download the map so people can use it in the future if they want to. Nice. Look at the open area feel here. Good grief, I like.
That's freaking
Are you done? Have you had your fill?
Put it back in full screen. Watch.
Huh?
I don't know if they can see that.
She's tearing up the door.
Can you see it? Now you corner of your desk is in the way.
You can kind of see it.
Let me open the door for she does.
That's what she does in the middle of my recordings. That's what she does. They bang on the door to be let in, they get their snacks, they get their fill, and they bang on the door to be let out, and then 10 minutes later they walk right back in. Whoa. This kind of has the feeling of like Fallout 4 Bunker.
Okay, cool. To make sure I wasn't losing my place. I've seen some nuts. What we got?
Exactly. Whoa. Nothing?
I'm being nosy. Whatever it's called. Uh-oh.
Need a cat flap on the door. Yes, I really, really do. I looked into seeing about another door so I could do that, but the bottom part of that, really, it's like the outer layer of the door, because it's basically a hollow door with like beams in between that the whole thing is held to. I don't think that door has enough of it left where I could put a cat door in the door without it falling apart. Okay, that goes back up there. That goes over there. Alright. And then down here. Jinx.
I know I didn't do that right.
You didn't do what right?
Winks. Wicks. I think it says wicks, actually. I didn't put the N in it. I didn't put the N in it.
I'm sure Bam could find a new door somehow. The issue is the size of the door isn't a normal size door. According to the owner of the house that rented it out to us, his crackhead, was it nephew?
Yeah.
Literally, he told us his crackhead nephew was the one who was doing the renovations. And he called him a crackhead. Some of the stuff inside here is a bit unorthodox. Nice. I really, really like these.
The gym. Women's back.
Yeah.
Cafeteria. That's all right, man.
Yeah.
You win by side.
Oh, there's another build up here. I like this one more? What do you mean? I like the other one. Kitty. Dang it, Kitty.
What the hell?
Just knocked my pop filter off of my microphone. This is what happens when you do the butt loves on my microphone. You beat it up. Sorry, guys.
Okay, well, I'm over here at this. I don't know whose this is. Where did Lindsay go?
I don't know.
Oh, she went way away.
Yeah, way, way away.
Well, look where I'm at before you take off. I don't think we've been here. What's that?
Where?
We've been to this.
Yeah, I was over there a minute ago. Stop! You're gonna do it again.
Kick it. Come here. Come here, kick it.
Dadgummit.
Leave Mom alone. Good job.
It's not a pop filter, it's a butt scratcher.
What does that mean?
Before you go, check out the turbines just to the left of the bridge. Left of the bridge. Left of the bridge. What are you doing inside the water?
Swimming. Yeah. It's a good day. Where is yours, Bredicus? Or are you gonna finish it by next week?
Okay, we saw this wind turbine. Was there another? Ah, I see. Nice.
There are 3 of them.
Whoa. What happened to this one?
It looked like it's in repair.
Yeah, it looks like somebody
That's
intentionally made it to where it broke. That is cool.
I go over there and show my people.
Zombie apocalypse. Exactly. Okay, gotcha.
Somebody needed a generator to clear off of it, so they tore it down.
That is really, really cool. Let's run over here.
Did anybody
Whoa.
build in the snow biome?
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Damn yard up? Oh, you must have crashed. Oh,
Yeah, I did. Holy hell. Let's just take a step back and take a look at this whole thing. Oh my gosh.
feel like you're holding a video camera. Oh, they got tic-tac-toe game. This is a dollhouse.
Yeah, it's a dollhouse.
Ain't that some shit?
And I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, you even have like the flaps right here. If you line them up with the rooms, the different sections line up with the rooms that they would attach to.
Now, who built this? Is this yours?
Holy hell.
Thinkers? I'm feeling this is yours and thinkers. Ha! Tell you. That's freaking awesome. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That is fucking awesome. Cool. That is stop. I want to be a doll. Hey, go look at me.
You're gonna be a doll?
Yeah.
That is remarkable. This is awesome.
Hey, look outside. That's fucking. Shoot, y'all counted each one of them blocks to make sure the windows lined up, didn't you? And the doors and shit.
Now we need to start a video game where everybody plays like the game of
Sims.
what, Sorry or something like that. And you have to roll, and you can progress through the house because of your roll.
Okay, I gotta check it out. I'll be down. She got wallpaper right there just to go over the room per room. That's shit right there, dude.
Just out of curiosity, are there anything creepies hiding up in the attic?
What attic? Oh, there is an attic.
Yeah.
Oh, what else? Right.
Okay.
Oh, sawhorses? Yeah. That's where they built
Sawhorses.
shit.
Yeah, this is where they built the house. And now you're back. Kitty kitty.
That's awesome. We need a Barbie Jeep or a car right here.
Barbie Jeep. You just needed like a pink vehicle or something like that.
This is funny. I enjoy the shit out of
Yeah.
this. I'll be damn. I want a house like this in real life. One you can just unfold the opening and blow it out with a blower.
With a blower. That's not how that works.
I'll be damn. Alright, I'm gonna. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome.
That is freaking awesome. Little building block sitting here. We'll find you a mod for a Barbie Jeep cart.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright, it's that time. So we're continuing to show all this off because we still got quite a few. Correct?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know how many more builds there are.
Well, there's many people that was in here in the first place. Wherever that was. Which was close to the trade port. Where was the trade port? The news. It was showing there's a lot.
What the heck? This is the last one that I know of. Oh my gosh.
Who said that?
This is the last one that she knows of.
What the hell is that?
Akahet Kufu?
Okay.
What?
What?
What? Been enjoying my Oblivion series? Where I very much appreciate it. I've been enjoying playing Oblivion. This is 7th. Okay, okay.
Alright, Dinkers, Reaper, 7, Worm, Shadow, Nickel, Sparrow, Grey, Chat, Links, and Breticus. So, and some are not completely finished, correct? And are they going to be able to do it next week? That is the question. Alright, let me see where y'all at. I don't want to see that. It looked like bullshit. I cannot find y'all.
We're west of where we were at originally. Pyramid, big pyramid, Illuminati.
Well, I understand. But I'll be a son of a whore.
Here's just going to be a big pyramid with a mini bike racetrack inside. That would have been hilarious.
But damn.
Where you at?
I'm above it. Way above it.
The Great Khufu Pyramid before time eroded its face off.
Son of a whore.
You'll be the son of a what?
What?
Why would you be the son of that?
Hmm.
I know your mom. She's very pleasant.
Yeah, that's what they thought too.
Just wait. Christmas with your mom is going to be interesting this year. You come into the door? Where are you?
What door?
The door!
In the front.
Yeah. No, I guess you should probably go to the back door. That's where you usually try to go.
No, man. It is what it is.
No. There you are.
Oh, is that the door?
Yeah. I'm
Wait,
assuming
hey.
so. Okay, it goes down and up. Down, it looks like they were working on it. I hadn't gotten very far.
Huh?
And go up. Oh, good lord, is this the maze? Queen's Chamber. Wait, did he recreate, like, the actual thing of the inside of a grand gallery? The inside of an actual pyramid?
Why in the hell can I jump up there?
You're now trapped forever. It's an accurate representation of the tomb of the pharaoh. Oh, I didn't jump. I had to use the thing. King's Chamber. Nice.
What? Yeah. Is that a sarcophagus?
Yes, it's a sarcophagus. Guys, guys, look, it's a sarcophagus.
Keep on. The sarcophagus.
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 Will you fucking just say it?
Sarcophagus.
Okay, thank you.
Now, how'd you say it again?
I can't remember. It wasn't intentional.
That was like the best one I've heard so far. As close as I could get, half size. The chamber below is like that in the real one. Nice.
Oh, well, no, not quite.
Jizzle physics. Exactly.
Y'all leave my damn speechings alone.
Speechings.
Oh, that's glass. I thought that was open. I guess I gotta go in the back door.
Queen's Chamber.
Okay.
So, did they not find the Queen's sarcophagus?
That's stupid.
He's gonna get me back later. Don't worry about it.
I better go to the toilet paper.
Santa titties? Exactly.
I keep on picking them.
This is really, really cool. Ah, I'm stuck on the ladder. This is really, really cool. Really cool.
Where are you going?
This is what he tried to do a 1-to-1. Well, 1 to. How did you say that again? It was 1 to.
Oh no! Don't go ahead and say it like you was going to say it that way.
I was gonna say a 1-to-1 scaling of it, but it's like half the size. The way the actual thing will look.
But a little door up under the pyramids is not completely. As far as the public can see, that's all you can see. But there's another trap door to go, or another way, another cave that goes further into the pyramids in real life. But they won't get something. That's where all the gold and treasures are. That's what I believe.
Whoa.
Help! Let me out! Help! Help! Help!
I've been told to bury you in here.
Huh?
I've been told to bury you in here.
Oh no! Quick! Ooh, Lord! Just saved myself. I actually jumped like a dumbass without being a gun.
Yeah, it is very, very awesome.
What?
The door at the top is just to see how I built it. I'm shocked as hell that it is holding all of this up. The physics inside this game are not exactly great, and if one section of it doesn't load in properly, it can collapse an entire build. I've had that happen before, where the build that I was working on was in between two chunks, and one of the chunks didn't render in fast enough, and because that chunk wasn't rendered in, the whole build collapsed.
But damn.
So it is amazing. This is a really good build. And extremely tough, apparently, because even the game is like, I guess it shall last.
It's the pyramid.
It is the
man.
pyramid.
Now let's get an outside view of this.
Whoa. Uh-oh. There we go.
Okay.
It's
now,
having a hard time rendering it all in at the same time.
yeah, if you go out too far. Okay. So
Has Van muted himself? Have you been muted this whole time?
son of a biscuit idiot. Yes, I was. Sorry.
So your chat didn't even get a chance to hear you say the sarcophagus?
No, but yours did. So it's okay. It's I ain't even gonna try to
Sarcophagus.
Why didn't y'all tell me that? Okay.
Thank you guys for letting us know. I do appreciate it. Nice.
Now.
Okay, now this is the chance. If you guys have a build, or if you know anybody who has a build that we haven't seen yet, now is a good time to find out. Look at that canyon, though, dude.
This goes so big it's gonna outlast the computers.
You know where Reaper has one, but I don't know if it's done.
Okay, well that's fine because it's 7:38 now. Are we gonna get into the other one or?
Well, if we have enough here, then I would like to do that. I was also wanting to talk about the update that was coming out. Did you? Because you haven't been keeping up with the updates, I'm kind of wondering what you think about the updates too.
What update?
The new update.
What about it?
About what you think that how they're going to change the game in the new update.
They're gonna make it harder to survive.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Stupid. For a beginner. I mean, I wouldn't change nothing about the game. Are we talking about the lemon? I mean, vanilla?
I'm not sure where you started drawing that parallel at, where vanilla and lemon are the same thing, but it's not.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, there are probably people out there that think playing 7 days in general is playing a lemon, but what you're meaning is actually playing vanilla.
Yes. That one.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna drive me to drink? You know.
I'm picking at you. You can't
I
handle
know,
it.
but
You ain't
I'm
got a
picking
drink.
with you also. Already
So.
drinking. Not today. Not right now.
Huh.
Okay. When I
Has anybody heard from Reaper? Is his build done? Does he want it shown? Yes, no, maybe.
maybe so.
I've left the information up for a long time.
Mine is just a basic base, special. Mostly helps with making concrete. I don't care.
How
Let's
are you
see.
doing?
Prove it. Prove it. Where is it? Let me guess. Yes, it's in the.
The thing you love about the
Voice
server in
chat.
particular is everything was handmade. Things were mined and made. Y'all did amazing work. The server has been around since. When did the server start? We've had 3 PvP servers. And this one's just been kind of going the whole time?
No, not the whole time. It wasn't the whole time.
How long has this one been going?
It's been going about 5 months, right?
5 or 6 months, right? Actually said something in the game chat about Reaper's build, and Reaper just appears exactly. It's been going since May or April. Okay, so over 6 months? It's been going since Alpha 20.2. Has it?
No, it's not. There ain't no way. Is it? 20.2.
Maybe. I mean, there really weren't any game-changing mods and stuff to, possibly glitch out or cause issues with. So, yeah, it's been a whole lot more stable than
20.2.
some of the other stuff that I've played.
Jesus, how many updates you done? 20.2 and now it's 20.6.
Mm-hmm. And as far as I know, that this is the final update before they get to 21, right? Have they talked about doing any more updates? I don't think they have. Yeah. Guys, all of the work that was done on here, guys. Oh my gosh.
You talking about me? Look, you can't get me? Mwah. Oh, so you're going to attack the tree cactus. You know? You can't get this kind of girl. Quit.
Who are you talking to?
Some little Robert. Alright, so where did this go?
You can see what Dinkers and I did to the trader.
Is that where you at? Why y'all mess with the traitor?
Well, right across from the
Hey,
new
buddy.
cube.
You look thirsty. Why don't you get hydrated?
Thank you, thank you. It was all blood, sweat, tears, mostly Cap's blood, but still a lot of work.
What y'all do to the traitor?
Chaplain, did they bleed you in order to get all the resources? Is that what it was? It looks like they've upgraded the front part.
Did it?
Yeah.
Y'all can do that in this?
Yep, there's no server protection right now.
Huh?
There's no server protection. I mean, trader protection right now.
Are you okay
There was.
there?
Yes, I'm okay. Nice to meet you.
Say?
There is no trader protection right now.
Hey.
If you hit it, it actually damages it.
Hey.
Hey.
I did not know that. Okay, so, man, let me tell you, that dollhouse, because nobody ever said anything about building a damn dollhouse. I thought that was freaking awesome. Which nobody said nothing about building none of it.
The bridge almost killed me. Scratch that. The bridge killed me a lot. Me and Chaplain almost drowned working on that bridge. When did the trader protection get removed? I don't remember that. I think at the beginning of the game it was removed. Wasn't it one of the mods that we added?
Interesting.
It looks good though. Bit of fresh paint makes this place look nice.
Yeah, that bridge was something else.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way in hell. Just saying.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. And that's a lot of materials because you guys use the asphalt for it. That's a whole lot of production that went into that.
Now, them are some straight lines. That's how a road's supposed to be. Just saying.
It was never there. That's why I got remodeled. Zombies tore it up. Ah.
Wow. That's awesome. And y'all did all that without the God mode and all that, correct?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Must have been, but it's been so long since the server was started. Exactly. All of the materials were mined and nothing was brought in from creative menu. And there's another tunnel at the other end of the bridge, which leads to Wrecked. There's a little house in one of the green towns. I've been on in the exact location. I haven't been on to get the exact location. A tunnel at the other end?
Oh,
Birdhouse style?
you up?
Was it the birdhouse? Because we saw that one at the very beginning. I spawned outside of it. That's the one? Okay, we showed that one at the very beginning. That was some beautiful detail on that. Good heavens. How long is this tunnel? Good heavens.
What? Are you kidding me? Have you seen the outside of this tunnel?
Huh?
On top of the tunnel?
Yeah.
Solar panels?
Yeah.
All the way down it?
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. I'll be damned. And then I'm guessing them are actually hooked up to the lights.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's fucking awesome. That sounds like something I would never think of.
You missed the beginning? It was, is it this one over here? I'm pretty sure it was this one over here. Yeah, this one?
Yeah, that's the first one we checked out.
Yeah.
Huh.
How long is this tunnel? Extremely long. How long is this tunnel, developer? Yes. Oh boy. I really like it. That's a lot of detail in this. It is really, really good. Really good.
Y'all gonna make me want to start building stuff. No.
He's like, I want to build a thing. 5 minutes later, screw this.
Let's go shoot some zombies.
Let me go dig in a sarcophagus. In fairness, guys, I do a lot of dumb things around him that he picks on me about too.
Oh, whatever. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean like below it? Son of a bitch. Get out of here. I ain't got the stuff to kill all these damn zombies. Yeah, y'all thought of just about everything. I thought it was awesome. And yes, building might be fun for some people. But some people just like kill stuff.
That is an amazing amount of work and a lot of forethought on how that was going to be built. That is great. And thank you, Lynxie, for popping on it. It did make it a whole lot smoother actually having someone to walk around and show us where the builds were happening and stuff. Because just for you guys to know, Bam nor I have been in this server. This was basically everybody could build whatever they wanted to. Didn't have to worry about us being involved with like setting things up or possibly bringing in like stuff and things, they did all of this stuff themselves. And there's a lot of work in a lot of these builds. It's really nice. Okay, what I would like to do for the next section, I know Michael's probably really not interested, but some people might legitimately be interested on some of the updates that are possibly coming to Alpha 21. And just for us to kind of talk about it and stuff, I would love for us to be able to actually talk about it because I'm considering doing an Alpha 21 update video. I have not done one yet. So...
Okay, so we're getting off the server? I mean, what?
No, you don't have to get out of the server.
Huh?
But you don't have to get out of the server.
Well, I'm actually probably finna have to get out of the server. Look at me.
Okay. Well, just, like, go stare at the dollhouse build right quick. Okay. I guess I need to put it on a display change thing, don't I? Here. Let me turn on
What are we talking about?
display capture.
Oh,
There we go.
building. Oh, okay. Is that what you're talking
Okay. So, now we're going to talk Alpha 21 development stuff, and I'm going to take notes because I'm actually kind of curious about what everybody's opinions are, thoughts that they have, concerns that they have, so I can try and start brainstorming about this thing. I have my own thoughts and concerns, but I am interested in not just my opinions, but other people's opinions too. I'm not the fun pups, so I'm actually concerned about that. Confirmed Alpha 21 features, new decorations, cars, trucks, tractors, furniture, and items. It just says that they're decorations, though. It just says that they're decorations. Not that we get any new vehicles, it just says that they're decorations.
Okay.
Kind of disappointing, but maybe the textures being in the game means modders can make it into a working vehicle for us to use, right? Are they going to fix water physics? It is on the list. It is on the list. Advanced world generating options, biome percent sliders that were included the Alpha 20.6 learn by looting system.
Look, I think
They
I need
already
to end
have
this
that.
stream.
Huh?
I think I need to end this stream.
Well, say goodbye to everybody and end it.
Yes, ma'am.
But you
And
said I
I'm
think
gonna set on my sarcophagus.
on your sarcophagus. Okay, well you go in the living room and sit on your sarcophagus. Someone's gonna join in and think I had a stroke.
Why? They try to keep up with me?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. The biome
Oh, yeah,
percentage
yeah,
slider
absolutely.
says advanced,
I enjoy
additional advanced world
looking at
generation
stuff
options.
that I can't build. Especially know how. What? I'm sorry. All right, look. I'm not even gonna rate anybody because I gotta go. But
Yeah, but they said that the water's not going to flow. It'll flow into spots where it's allowed to flow, but as far as like waterfalls, it's not going to flow.
okay. I will see y'all. You will see me in the next video. All right, bye.
Okay. Okay, so the biome percentage sliders is actually already in the game, so I don't know why it's actually on there, except for maybe they're going to tweak it. The 23 new skills governed by crafting. 23 new magazines added to loot. Perks are no longer unlocking recipes. Ow.
Yeah, I'm not.
Uh, the schematics, let's say perks will no longer unlock recipes or govern crafting at all. The only schematics that will unlock recipes are mod attachments. He has such a nice sign off. Yes, he does. Exactly. They're changing too much for no reason. I think they have a plan or a place where they want the game to be, but they're not really telling anybody what that place is. Or maybe it's like watching one game that you're enjoying playing and you like the direction that they're going, but then somehow or another they get influenced by another game that they played and they're like, I want to make my game more like this. But it takes it away from well, what they were doing to begin with. And case in point, not to speak ill of any developers or anything like that, especially whenever they are a single person development team, but Myst. Myst did not have the hearts of whatever it is that they're called until, well, after the other game that had it where you could, I mean, you guys know where I'm going with this. The point is it wasn't part of the game, so why is it a part of the game now? Yeah, it's like they're watching other things, they're seeing what other people are doing, and they're wondering, hey, can I put this into my game too because I like how it works? But at some point, you have to be like, okay, you can throw a whole lot of spaghetti at the wall to see which part sticks, but at some point, it's just going to make a mess on your wall, right? Each crafting tier has a separate range in the skill spectrum. So basically, you find books, you read books, they teach you how to do things, and the more of the books that you read, the better you are at building said books. I mean, building said items. And maybe the skill, the perks actually govern how well you use the items. I really don't know how that's working, guys. Any ideas? The game mechanics do seem a little higgly-piddly. Yeah. Like jars, they had a complaint about the water jars. It worked and it was simple. That's why the game shouldn't be in development for 10 years. Yeah, because right now they're actually doing. Okay, back when the game first came out, the graphics that they were using were kind of placeholders ish, but it's what they had access to back when the game first started being developed, and it was a concept. Now they're upgrading to recent years, but it's also upgrading because, well, it looked like crap. Now they're making it look nicer. Of course, making it look nicer means that it's more intensive on a computer, and probably the most significant thing is in a lot of cases, people have already made their opinion on 7 days and won't change it. You still have no clue on the skill progression, so that part you will hold judgment. Yeah, I'm still not sure how that works. According to the developers, they said this is the first time they've ever spent so much time crafting. Because having read a couple of books and stuff, now they can craft a higher tier, and it may not be much higher, but it's still worth it to have those additional points. So I'm guessing in order to make it actually worth it, they're gonna have to put a little bit more, I don't know, variation in. Okay, say you have a tier 1 and a tier 2. The tier 1 might actually be better than your tier 2. You always have to check. But if you start out with a tier 1 and you made it, and you have a chance for a tier 2, are you going to waste the resources to make the new one if you're not sure if it's actually going to be better? The only way I can think that people would not make that distinction is if you know it's going to be better, right? So you would figure the disparity between a tier 1 and a tier 2, there has to be a lot larger range, right? It feels like we're learning a brand new game every alpha or two. By now, the core system should have been locked down, and we should be well on the way to polish and optimization. I'm not debating that. That's actually a very good point. I want them to find a system that they think works for their in-game goals and then stick with it. This one seemed pretty good, I can tell you that. It's not without its flaws, but every game has its flaws. Every game has the ability to cheese it at some point. I mean, otherwise you probably wouldn't have a whole bunch of people doing like speed runs of stuff. Alien Isolation is a hard as hell game, but there are speedrunners who can do nightmare runs in 2 hours. As someone who's done a nightmare run and it took 36 hours, I can tell you I was confused. So there's always going to be people who are going to find out cheeses. They're always going to find out easier ways of getting through it and things like that. I don't know exactly what the developers are looking for. It's like they're trying to find a game that can't be cheesed at all. And there's really no way to stop cheeses completely. There's really not. Yeah, Alpha 20 was okay. Farming could be rebalanced. Sorry about the nightmare run. We made it harder. That was the intention. Yeah, y'all made it harder, but it was hard either way. Farming could be rebalanced. The only thing I will say with the farming rebalance is if they had to make the final if they made the final tier of it where you always got a seed back, I would be okay with it. I would be completely okay with, I mean, it would be a little irritating to have to replant, but I would be okay with it because at some point, after investing all the points, you finally feel like you can make headway with it, since you can't always guarantee you'll get enough seeds back to replant all of your crops. Even at the highest tier, it's not worth it. You play any game long enough, you'll learn how to get it to do what you want. Exactly. Exactly. Plus, it's not really up to them on the way you play. Really, it's not. I mean, they can say that, okay, we don't want a game that's got so many glitches. People don't think of it as a serious game. But what they're also ignoring is the fact that those people who are complaining about it having too many glitches and too many cheeses, they can opt to not use the cheese. I mean, obviously spaghetti and a lot of foods are better with cheese, but you don't have to have them. It's a choice. And people complaining about something that they can have a choice in whether or not they opt into is basically just people complaining. I mean, taking away the choice, people can complain about not having the choice. That's just basically all it is. Their new slider that they're gonna have, what was that? I was watching it earlier on Sevens. I'm not sure how you say his name. Oh, it's the POI warning system, basically. And there's a lot of players who are like, no, I don't like the idea of new players getting warnings about going into a bad area or a bad POI. I had to go in there and get my ass slammed, so they should have to as well. That's a really messed up way of seeing something, is it not? Yeah, this is their recent update. There's going to be a warning thing to tell you when you're going into a new biome that's harder than the previous biome. There's a new one to tell you what level the POI is whenever you go into it. Now, first off, there is a way of figuring out what size the POI is. You have to go in there and find the loot box at the end, and you can easily determine what level that POI is. The only way that's helpful is if you're trying to do, I don't know, if you want to do the bookstores. If you're intentionally trying to go after the bookstore, so you go to the trader and you look at all of their list of stuff and things. So if you go into the bookstore and you go look at the in crate, you can see by the crate what level that POI is, so you can farm all of that level from the trader. So there is a way of doing it, but only if you actually know and you're not a new player. This way, we'll let the new players know they're going into a harder biome and into a harder POI. There goes your hope for immersion. What we're hoping for is that they'll have the option to turn that on and off. Here's your participation sticker. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think something like that would be great if you're playing novice. If you're playing novice, then put all of the training wheels on any person that needs them. 5,000 training wheels, put all of the bubble wrap wrapped around all the bits of them so that they are completely cushioned and they feel completely safe while learning the mechanics of the game, because there are a lot. But if you're going into Nightmare and you have an alarm on whatever POI you walked into, it's probably not a good thing. Just saying. Some of these things, some of these new ideas that they're coming out with, which I don't even know what gave them this idea. I don't think anybody's ever asked for it. Some of these things need to link in to the difficulty that you're putting on for that particular game. I think that would help. You just bug all of that into the tutorial, but during the tutorial, it doesn't actually tell you anything about raiding. It doesn't tell you anything about doing missions. The tutorial doesn't last that long. Novice is a bitch right now. It took me having to go watch Woodle and Liz to learn how to not die within 3 days, let alone make it to day 7. Exactly. It's basically like the tutorial in Phasmo. Let's just all be completely realistic. It's a shitty tutorial. Why? It doesn't even take you through your first hunt. It's a shitty tutorial. I mean, it gives you some of the basics. and then it's like, here, go figure it out for yourself. And that's what 7 Days does, which is kind of fine for a survival game. But they do have the learning things in there for a reason. If you were to take Novice and put the training wheels on really hard and surround it in duct tape and everything else like that, people would probably stick with the game longer just because they were allowed to learn on Novice. They'd probably only play through 2 weeks worth of Novice and then feel good enough to go on to another setting. Yeah, the learning curve is really, really bad. It doesn't tell you what buttons do what. It doesn't even mention the fact that they're quick buttons even though they're there. Stuff like that. And it's not just sit and read the journal for hours. And even the journal's not really good for a whole lot of it either. It's really not. Well, they need a better tutorial. The whole point of the game is to teach you the core mechanics. Exactly. I mean, imagine playing this game for the first time, and I played this game for the first time. I actually watched nobody play before trying the game out first. I was terrified. I had no idea what the hell to do. I was shocked as hell the first time nighttime hit. Um, the construction site, I fell off the top of that. I mean, at the time, I didn't even know fall damage was a thing. It didn't explain that. But, I figured that out pretty fast. It was only 2-ish years ago I remember playing this game for the first time. I think mine was 3. When was Alpha 17? 3 years? At least I didn't shoot the writing desk. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Yes, I shot the writing desk. But I had already graduated and gotten smart and shot the writing desk. It's fine. Anyway. Some skills have 100 levels, but others have less depending on how many unlocks there are for a recipe and qualifying tiers. Each tier has a separate range, the skill spectrum, so you'll have to work up through primitive. Basically, it's like every certain amount of books you read, which increase your skills, you can craft a higher tier. And after you reach a certain tier, you can unlock the next item up in progression. So you go from a what kind of shotgun is it? You were lucky enough your introduction was through Capo. Yeah, he did a really good introduction video too. The pipe shotgun is the one you can start building. And after you get so far, you can build yourself all the way up to a tier 6 pipe shotgun, or you can build a tier 1 Dubsy shotgun, and it keeps going up like that in all of the different aspects. So basically, you're going to be crafting a whole lot of stuff just to see where your skills land you and whether or not the stats are going to make it viable for you to move up to another level. Pipe, Dubsy, pump, auto. Exactly. So by the time you're able to make a tier 6 pipe, you can make a tier 1 Dubsy. By the time you're able to make a tier 6 Dubsy, you can make a tier 1 pipe. By the time you make a tier 6 pump, you can finally make a tier 1 auto. And that's basically how it is with all of the weapons. If I understood it correctly, I think I did. It might be a little bit sooner, there might be a little bit of a layover, you get to tier 5 and you can start with the tier 1s, I'm not sure exactly, but that's basically how it works. And demolish the houses with them. Yes, the block damage needs to be taken care of on those. It is absolutely a POI destroyer. Slipinger? I don't know how you say that. Yay, demolition! Yeah, exactly. I'm really bad at doing tutorials. I'll be honest with you. I've got a brain that just slipgator. Okay, gotcha. I have a hard time trying to construct thoughts in that way. Like, if I go through and write an entire script, I would probably be able to do tutorials, but my brain goes in 5,000 different directions. If I don't have a script, there's no way I would ever be able to do a tutorial. The new skill page showing your progress has been added to the player interface, so there is going to be a skill page that will actually show you how many books you have read, and supposedly, if you perk into, say, you like the shotguns and you want to use shotguns, so you perk into the shotguns, it will increase your ability to find a shotgun magazine to increase your stats. After you max out on how many books you can read in shotgun, your level goes back down and you're less likely to find shotgun books. But that's how it works. I'm not exactly how the game's going to work whenever you start investing perk points into more than one item, and therefore the books kind of get messed up. Oh, that's what it says. Whenever you max out on a skill, the probability bonus granted by the perks for finding the corresponding magazine for that skill drops. The magazine will still show up randomly in loot, but no longer have a bonus. The probability for boost for finding matching parts will remain. So the more you spec into and read and stuff for shotguns, the more parts you will find for said shotgun. Okay.
Okay. Hey, bye.
Okay, bye. New environmental interactive hazards. So you're gonna go into this POI, and instead of falling through the floor, there's gonna be this pipe that is leaking gas, and it's gonna be on fire. Exactly when does the fire trap set off? Whenever you activate a quest in it, or is it always on and thereby eating up frame rate? Is my question. More roaming zombies would be nice. As non-related aside, the game doesn't feel like a true zombie apocalypse. In earlier alphas, there were more zombies in-game, but they took it down because it was affecting frame rate. Yeah, but only if they work that way. As far as I'm concerned, the environmental hazard should only be a consideration whenever you're doing a mission and the mission is activated. If they are going all the time, I don't even want to think how bad it's going to be in a city. Is it like the leaky gas in Fallout? I do not know. They didn't actually show that. They showed a character walking into the room, seeing it, hitting a switch, and turning it off. So I don't think they actually have like a gas in the room animation that you could accidentally set off. Which brings us back to the hazards because the FPS is already pretty bad. Yeah. And as the developers have said, until they go gold, their goal is not optimization. As long as they can get it running as decently as they possibly can before they release it, they're not going to worry about the optimization. Which kind of scares me a little bit, because even some of the bigger content creators who play this, who probably have a beefier PC than I do, even their games lag out, which kind of concerns me. Okay, and then we go on to... Actually, here is the actual thing. You guys see it? Now this says on an Alpha 21B73, so I guess it would determine on whether or not this is their release one that they're trying to do. The thing is I don't see anything to indicate that they're doing a mission right now. It's just on. And he turned it off, and then a horde comes in after. So, while it doesn't look like he was in the middle of a mission because he didn't have the icon saying that he was in a mission, it did trigger a zombie group coming into him too. It's just gonna on and it'll tank the FPS. Yeah, that's kind of a worry that I have with that one. Okay, then we go to doors. They're finally gonna do the double doors. The partially damaged doors with large holes can now be shot through and melee through, which means from now on, instead of seeing the zombies on the other side of the door and you're just frustrated because you can't shoot them, you will actually be able to shoot through them now. Flames look like something from Elder Scrolls. Maybe. Water simulation. All new water coding. Water is no longer a block, but a water voxel. Water voxels flow into neighboring voxels that are marked to allow it. Water can be in the same space as a block. Water does not flow or fall continuously like a river or a waterfall. More details to come. So they're trying to fix the water. Not sure how that's going to go. especially since they're going to fix the water and do fire traps all in the same alpha. I wonder if now that they're going to do this, if they're also going to do more than just the fire hazard. Because they're talking about environmental hazards. They also have electricity already in the game because you can do it through the stun baton and the repulsor mod and stuff like that, and you can kick people back. Could they actually add electricity to water now? It would be interesting. I'm not sure if it would be fun to find out the hard way, but it could be interesting. I've run into that problem before. Having a live wire could be neat. Exactly. That could be neat. The new iron armor, commando armor are already on the list, and the water rebalance. Murky water is the only water found in loot. The empty glass bottles are removed from the game because you obviously have to eat your bottle when you're done with your murky water. Otherwise, no snacks for you. Dew collectors, a workstation that is added. Players can drink directly from water sources with an empty hand. I don't know why they keep doing that, like they're trying to trick new people into drinking from lakes. It is like a very rude thing. Why are we doing this? Are you done? Okay. A pot is now required to boil murky water. Cool.
I'm gonna need you to do some stretches now.
Oh, stretch. Thank you, thank you. You say that, but you did famously eat broken glass. Yeah. In fairness, I didn't mean to eat broken glass. It just happened. At the time, I didn't even know that that was a possibility of a thing that you could do. Other things that are not edible, your character cannot eat. Like, you can't put your wooden frames inside your hand and then accidentally eat one. I had no idea that that happened. What are you doing? Stop. But again, that's only if the environmental worked correctly and don't take the FPS. Yeah. And the water drinking revamp is a little too punishing. Mistakes were made that day. Put your hand in the wrong snack bowl. Exactly. Hey! What are you doing? Were you giving everybody nuzzles? Did y'all hear that? Did she do that loud enough? Because she was just over there rubbing her whiskers all over the microphone. She's doing it again.
Hey, buddy.
Can you guys feel that?
You
She's
look
giving you
thirsty.
loves.
Why don't you get hydrated?
But on the upside now, it's part of the initiation. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the hydration. They're both here. But basically, that is like, I don't know. That is the list we've got so far. But as of yet, they still have not put a release date on it. Done when it's done. Kitty, kitty. Got snacky snacks. Watch closely to see if she consumes the container. There you go. I'm gonna have to go in there and eat something that's weird that actually smells good. Anywho, so what are y'all concerned about? I mean, each tech has a separate range, the skill spectrum, so to work up to primitive. Each iron tech and steel tech, and then being able to craft a blue stone axe no longer means you can automatically craft a blue iron axe. So even though you've gotten up to, in one tech, say, the stone axe, the iron axe, you can craft a blue stone axe, which is what, tier 5? Does not mean that you can craft a tier 5 iron axe. It means you could probably craft a tier 1 gray. You don't expect Alpha 21 to drop anytime soon. I'm thinking this might actually be a year in between if they're going to try and get more stuff in there. They did completely take the raiders and stuff off of the list. No snack for the other kitty. The other kitty is allergic to the snack, and it doesn't like the snack anyway. Well, I don't know. It might eat these, but my other cat is allergic to fish. So if it was regular chicken irresistibles, I would try to give him one, but all he does is sniff it and walk away. Sadly, he does not care for the snacks. If I was to open up a can of tuna, he'd eat the hell out of it, and then he would lose half of his fur because of scratching the next day. So we've got major concerns over the water rebalance. Okay, so we have got right now with the food the way it is now, you can't really make it to where your garden is always going to continue doing stuff. You're always going to eventually run out of seeds to replant your garden. It's not actually saying it here, but people have talked about it being on the list of things. I don't actually see it here, so I don't know whether or not it's a thing that they're still going to do.
XXX just resubscribed for 12 months.
Wart, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you. How are you doing? How's stuff? How's things? Oh, no snacks? Yeah. Gonna miss your empty jars. Yeah, it was kind of... Where can I ask a question about the hoodie merch? You can ask it here. I'm here. If you have a question. Separating the different technologies, stone, iron, and steel could be okay, but I'd have to learn to play with it before I decide. I would depend on the way the tech flows to another. Yeah, exactly. How they decide to overlap it is going to be the make or break on whether or not the read to learn thing is really working. My issue is the food just became incredibly difficult. They changed it with this alpha where you can't do the seeds the whole time. You have to constantly go out, get more seeds, or make more seeds and replant. And then they were talking about in this next alpha, I don't see it on this list, but I've heard people talking about it, that the food inside the vending machines is no longer going to be cheaper. It's going to be the same price as the trader. And yeah, you can go to the vending machine and the trader try and get food, but at the very beginning of the game, how many missions can you legitimately get through before you run out of daytime, as long as it takes for you to get through a mission? On a day 1 run, you can possibly, if you pushed it, and that's only if you found your trader early, you could possibly push out 2 tier 1 POIs. Really pushing it. Most people would only get done with 1, and most of them would probably stay inside that POI overnight. So if you went and did the mission, came back and got your food, I don't know, you got the money from the food, say you found 1 food in there, 1 food inside the POI, which is not guaranteed, 1 food inside the POI, you got some money from them, you can only get 1 can now, so you only have 2 food to last until the next day. Oh, welcome back. What are the differences? There are only 2 types of hoodies. One's got a zipper and one's got the no zipper, so it's an over the head. So there's only 2 types of hoodies, if that's what you're asking about. So food and water apparently are going to be sketchy. They're probably going to be rebalancing how you do like glue making. Plus they expect people to be looting to get more glue. Though I can tell you I loot a lot and I bring everything home with me and I still never have enough glue. It would 1, make a whole lot of players die of starvation, and 2, make Iron Stomach way more important. Yes. I think this is the developer's way of saying these permadeaths really suck and they're tired of seeing people easily permadeath. And getting all the way up into higher numbers or something like that. They want their game to be a lot harder. Where if you're going to get enough food to last for a couple of days, you need to clear a tier 1 mission, get lucky enough to get some food, 1 or 2 cans there, do your mission, go back and spend the money, all of the money basically that you got from your tier 1 on food, and hunt something, and hope to God you actually have something to cook it with by the end of the first day. Make the zombies not dumb Terminators then. Well, the zombies are actually very intelligent with their building mechanics, but they're not smart zombies. Plus, people aren't really given another option on how they deal with the zombies. You've got 1 distraction technique. There's thousands of games out there where the goal is not to kill the zombie, it's to distract the zombie. And I mean, I guess, yeah, during a horde night, you would obviously need to be able to kill them, but what if the goal wasn't to always have to fight the zombie? What if it was to go in and be like, I don't know, a stealthy character, not wake up any of the zombie spawns inside of a building, turn on something that immediately, somehow or another, gets rid of the zombies, like an interior defense of some sort? And what if you don't want to do missions every day? Exactly. You would have to try and figure out a way of making your own food, but the gardening is no longer there, and if you can't buy foods and you're not raiding enough, and that's assuming if you do raid, that you actually get food under the kitchen sinks, because most of the time, I don't find food there. 9 times out of 10, it's either pipes, lead, uh, rotten meat, which I don't know why there'd just be some random rotten meat sitting on the counter, but that's what's there. How dare you not want to play the Fun Pimps game the way they want you to play it? Exactly. Bethner, how you doing? How's stuff? How's things? How's Texas treating you? I heard that there were some bad storms in certain parts of Texas yesterday. I hope you're doing okay. You laugh so you don't cry? No, it's not going to be that bad. All of us are probably playing up how crazy the next alpha is going to be, and of course, every single alpha that comes out needs rebalancing. What alpha was it that came out? It was 18? Where it's like you practically never found food, and the food that you did find, it was bad for you. Because there was always the chance for you getting, stuff. You were under a tornado watch and really cold and rainy. Well, I'm glad that everything is okay. It seems like it's okay. Oh no. Tornado tore your brother-in-law's roof off? Oh, the roof off of his Walmart. I thought you were talking about his roof, his personal roof. Okay. Well, I mean, that sucks for Walmart, but I think Walmart will recover pretty easily. Alpha 17 was good. I came in at the end of Alpha 17, so I really got my feet wet on Alpha 18. And was it Alpha 18 where they had it where you barely ever found any food and what you had could cause you dysentery? Was that the right one? Oh, it's his job? Oh, I didn't know he was working there. Oh my gosh. Oh, that sucks. You haven't played vanilla since Alpha 19. Well, yeah, yeah. You wish there was fishing? Supposedly it's supposed to be on a list somewhere or another. They're going to planning on adding fishing, but we'll see whether or not it ever actually happens. There was an animal spawning debacle? Yes. If I'm not mistaken, that's the right one because on day one I was hit by a swarm of dogs. And I got stuck inside, it was one of the ranger station POIs. And I was dying of hunger, and all of the food was bad. You got wolfed. And see, they had to go back and rebalance it. They were talking about food's too easy to find, so we're going to make it where all the food is poisonous. And then they reworked it because nobody could find any food and everybody was dying the whole time. So, I mean, they could always bring that back. Don't adjust any of the prices. Bring the food issue back, like you can always get that, but give the people an ability to, if they invest a little bit into it and they know what they're doing, do it like Darkness Falls. You can make a bowl and cook whatever's inside the can, and suddenly it's good for you. Because that kind of makes sense. A little bit. Chap got poodled. And that's why you don't believe the Fun Pimps. Well, I look at it this way. The Fun Pimps probably have their face so far into the game that whenever it comes to playing, they know what's been changed, so they know how to play it. What they're not understanding is the people who are coming into it for the brand new alpha don't understand how it's been changed, and it will take a while for them to get acclimated to the changes, which means a lot of people are just going to die. And some people might just get frustrated enough to just put the game down, period. Dang poodles. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that alpha. I remember that because at first, whenever I first started playing the game, I was trying to construct the lore in my head about the food not being bad, which means this is like within 3 years of when the apocalypse happened, and then they changed it to where the food had the ability to give you dysentery, and I was like, okay, so it's been longer since the apocalypse. If canned goods are already going bad, it's 3 to 4, possibly even longer after, whenever all this stuff happened. You don't ever have any food problems early game. You'd like to make it a little bit more difficult. A little bit more difficult would be fine, but you have to be able to do it. Like, right now, if you start on day 1, you would probably go and do a mission. You might find a can at that mission. Maybe. Then you go back to the trader, you earn your money, you take your money to the vending machine, and you buy your food. And that's what you eat on. And sometimes, depending on what you did, on whether or not you found things that you can sell or even want to sell the items, you may only be able to afford 1 can, and that depends on what's inside the vending machine, on whether or not it's actually worth getting. Because if you don't get a ration, the food that you bought and the food that you found inside the house is not actually enough to get you to the next day. I can tell you, I don't feel comfortable with the food situation until possibly after the first week is gone. Alpha 19, such a fun alpha. The Wasteland server was so good. Alpha 19 was a good alpha. Yeah, I don't... Every single one of the games when I start out, it's never been easy to find food at the very start. And now, it doesn't take very long to get a handle on the food. A week in, you can usually get it on there because you're like buying food every single time you go do missions, and after you build up a little bit of a surplus, and by then you've already got your cooking pot, your grill, if you're lucky, your cooking pot and your grill and everything else, and you're able to cook food, and you've run into a few animals that you can kill and eat. Before that, and even sometimes after that, because the longer you're playing in a zone, the spawns get kind of wonky and weird, so you may not even see animals in certain towns for a while. Barcode, how you doing? Vitamins have always been a way to offset disease. That's assuming you can find vitamins, though. There are plenty of times I have sustained on those sandwiches eating vitamins, but it's not always a thing. I have done it, though. And that's why you take a point or 2 in Iron Gut. Yeah, exactly. I take points in the Iron Gut and then the healing. I always put points into those because of that. But I can tell you, I do find it disappointing only because my brain, I get like a release of endorphins whenever I finish my garden finally, when I've got all of my plants in. And it looks wonderful. I get those endorphins, those builder endorphins from having completed something. You don't get those anymore. You just don't. I stay away from the healing because it degrades the hunger too quickly. I can find food more than I can find healing supplies. At least unless you take the perk to make the healing supplies, I would rather take my food. Because I can go kill an animal and eat that. Or eat a vitamin, eat some nasty food, and get my food back up. I play on laptop and Alpha 19 ran great. Since Alpha 20 is almost unplayable for me, I think I fixed the lag a bit. I don't know what to say about that one because they're not planning on optimizing. They did say that the next alpha, they're planning on making sure it's as playable as Alpha 20, so... Well... I'm good at shit juking, so I don't get clattered too badly. I can tell you, every single time I've started another character, usually the first week I get my ass handed to me because I'm used to my previous character being able to deal with it. Whenever I start a brand new character, I always get beat up because I'm like, well, on the server, my character is this level and I can get clattered 1 or 2 times, or I can move faster when I'm encumbered or something like that. Maybe time to invest in a PC. I mean, I'm not going to say no, I wouldn't do that. Obviously, if you're interested in having a PC, obviously investing in a PC would be a good idea, but I would not invest in a PC solely for 7 days until they go gold. And I say that only because, well, the next alpha might just be... Well, if people who got top end PCs right now are playing this and it lags out in the city, I'm not really sure what's going to happen when they start doing the environmental traps in the next one. And those environmental traps legitimately look like that's not part of a mission. It looks like it's just going. Like you can just walk into the building and that trap is just there. Which means even though you're not inside that building doing a mission, an instance inside that building, There's just fire randomly on the map, which is really good for FPS, obviously. Is console still playing catch up? They haven't caught up. They won't be catching up anytime soon. They do have part of their team working on it, though, which is better than I can say in previous alphas. Previous alphas, they didn't think that they were going to be able to do it at all, but now they're talking about working on it, so it's a start. Going from skirt level gear and going to a fresh server, such rattled me. I was like, man, I can't even jump. Why can't I run? Our zombies are dead. Yeah, that's how it works. So you admit you were the skirt? Chaplain was the skirt the whole time, kitty! She didn't appreciate that. I do feel bad for the fun folks about the whole console. Yeah, it really does suck. The fact that a company can take your title with them to bankruptcy kind of sucks. Like, illegal sucks. Like, they can hold you up because their company went insolvent and took your IP with them. That seems illegal. I mean, no one appreciates it when the skirt's around. Okay, alright. Uh-huh. Sure. Sure, Chaplain. Do you believe him, kitty? Do you? Is that a yes or a no or a pet me before I scratch your face off? I think it's a pet me before I scratch your face off. Ow! Oh. Just don't molest the microphone again. How about we turn on the burn buildings in vanilla? The only issue that I have with that, like, Jwiddle doing the Inferno series, I think the only issue I have with that is because he's just activating that. There's no way to counteract it.
1975 is now following.
There, thank you so much for the follow. Like, I'm playing Age of Oblivion in my, on the... She just scratched the hell out of me, by the way. On my YouTube channel, I'm playing Age of Oblivion. Now, they have propagating fire. But after I figured it out, it wasn't so bad because we had extinguishers. Yeah. Advanced cloning chambers, you'll have to craft the advanced token and right-click on the chamber while it's making something. Okay, okay. The Inferno series is just silly, honestly, but I do love the fire propagation. I can tell you it does seem like an interesting concept that after the apocalypse that you have a hard time being in the sun. I don't think the damage should be so acute, though. Like, maybe during the war that actually created the zombie apocalypse, being out in the sun could actually be slowly lethal for you, like it slowly drains your health the longer you're out of protection of some sort. But his immediate just catching on fire, it is kind of silly. It's hard to see the game broken because of likelihood you'll probably end the series. Well, I make a habit of breaking things, technology mostly, so the good news is it does leave the option of playing it in the next alpha. So if I don't actually see the end of it, I have the ability to keep playing it. And that's fine by me, because if I beat a game, I don't ever play it again. Which kind of sucks, because there's a couple of games that would be fun to play again, but I just don't ever go back and play games I've beaten before. Well, I take that back, because I did play Alien Isolation twice. But I was playing a different game mode. I wish they would add a cinematic, because a lot of people want to know what happened. How did we get to the point from the lore point of view? Yeah, there would be nice if they would actually add some legitimate lore into the game. They could possibly even get MatPat to take a look at their game. Possibly, because most people just trash on it recently. I have seen the Axeman's video where he's talking about Valheim, and his entire preface for it is just absolutely shitting on 7 Days, and I'm like, oh my gosh. My poor baby! Not that 7 Days is my baby, I didn't actually go into making any of it, but it's the game that I spend a lot of time on, so Valheim is a good game, so I'll give him that. It's just crappy that they keep using 7 Days comparison. Like 7 Days was a complete and utter loss and a waste of a game, and in their opinion, it was it's a failed quick early access game, is what they call it. And then Axeman was joking around about 7 Days in another video, and Asmongold Gold watches that video and reacts the same exact way about 7 Days, talking about how bad it was. So... humans no longer produce sweat, they produce gasoline. But then you wouldn't have to power the vehicles. You could just sweat into the tank. Which means living in the desert would probably, be better for you because it would be hot all the time. What about games like the Mortuary Assistant? Is the different endings? There's not necessarily different endings. There are 5 different endings that are standard to the game, which isn't very many. But there are a lot, and I do mean a lot, of interactions that tell you backstory that you get slowly over time. Axeman, yeah, you found him on YouTube. Easy Mode of Transportation. 2 completely different games. Yeah, they're 2 completely different games. Well, not necessarily. Whenever you think about it, Valheim is way different as far as theme goes, but on the surface of it, there's a lot in common 7 Days that does have with Valheim. Both are early access games. Yes. 7 Days has been in early access for 10 years, and Valheim is new. They're both building games. Both of them you have to deal with larger groups of bad guys. In 7 Days, you have a horde that you deal with every now and then, and in Valheim, you've got boss battles, which are very, very epic to play. I would say, given the biodiversity and the fact that you also now have to move around to find better gear in 7 Days because the biome changes, and the changes that you had in locations in Valheim between starting in the meadow area and then having to go to the dark forest, there are actually a lot of similarities, believe it or not, between 7 Days and Valheim. Wait a minute. Didn't do YouTube videos on 7 Days to Die. Who didn't do videos of 7 Days to Die? My channel is practically only 7 Days to Die. People castrate me by not watching it if I play anything else. You relate it more to Fallout 4 than 7 Days. Maybe. Except Fallout 4 was more... I mean, there was building in Fallout 4, but that was more story-based. Whereas 7 Days and Valheim really aren't necessarily story-based so much as progression-based. You don't have to eat in Valheim, that's true, but if you're going to survive, you have to. Because if a greyling looks at you cross-eyed, you're going to die if you don't. Yeah, Fallout 4 is an RPG, and Valheim is a survival crafting. Exactly. Now, the building portion of Valheim is closer akin to 7 Days. You're right in the aspects of how the building works. 7 Days to Die is more like Minecraft because you're doing individual blocks. Valheim, you're doing like panels of walls and stuff like that, like you do 7 Days. But in all other respects, aside from the building, the games are way different. Yeah, you do have to eat if you want to leave the meadows. And even then, if you stay in the meadows and you get one of the raids and you haven't eaten anything and a troll with the mullet that goes all the way down to his ass crack comes after you, you're gonna wish you had eaten your veggies. I never played it before 7 Days. 7 Days to Die and Ark are the only games I play and absolutely love, so I have no comparison. I have played Ark for all of like a week. No, you didn't do videos on 7 Days to Die on YouTube. Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, I have 2 channels that have it. I've got one that's my VODs channel, which is all the videos that I do here, and I've actually got my main channel where I do a ton of 7 Days to Die. Ark and Valheim have similar build styles. Yeah, I can see that. I can't remember, does Valheim building, do you have to make a... You don't have to build the block and then go over and place like a certain amount of them. You make a certain amount and then you build it like you do in Ark. Because that's like one of my biggest turnoffs in Ark is you have to craft a certain amount of walls and a certain amount of roofs, and all of it weighs a whole lot, and your character is dependent on weight, which means you can only build a tiny bit at a time. Whereas as a builder, you want to be able to keep building and keep building while the juices are flowing. Let's start talking about juices. That's a good idea. While the building juices are flowing, you just want to keep building. If you have to stop to make this, that, or the other, it's frustrating. I haven't played Valheim. Is there farming? There is a little bit of farming. I can tell you there are mods that make the farming more interactive and a whole lot more farming items. Oh, you don't recognize me in my glasses? No, I'm joking. Yeah, I'm wearing my glasses. I'm letting my eyes rest. They got really, really dry the other day. Too busy being dino dinner. In Valheim, yes, you have to carry the resources in order to do it. Work the camera. Yeah. I can tell you it's a little bit easier because even if you're over encumbered, your character can move and you can build from your little menu and everything. You don't have to, like, I don't know, go to a workbench or go into your thing and build like 5 walls and 4 roofs, and if you build the wrong roof, you just have to start over, and that's just scrap. That's a, no offense, and I hope to God in Ark 2 they fix that, but that's a bullshit building technique, and I think the biggest problem is a lot of developers don't understand that if you put building in your game, the builders will come. Probably not the best way to say this series, having said juicy earlier, and then saying builders will come. It's not the best way to phrase any of that. Like Fallout 4, they weren't expecting the builds to get very big, so they gave very small build limits and expected people to work within that realm. In Valheim, the producers of the people building it are like, we expected people to do tiny little builds and move from section to section, building as they went. And it's like, have you never watched people play Minecraft? Have you never watched anybody else playing these build series and stuff and realized that builders build? And when they build, they keep building, and if they enjoy the building aspect, they're gonna keep what weirdly they're gonna keep building. And in a lot of cases, like Fallout 4 would have died so much faster if it hadn't been for the build community. Family friendly, exactly. Family friendly Minecraft server. It's not as dirty as it sounds, exactly. You build like crazy on Valheim. Exactly. The game has a hard time holding on to. I saw like Spange and them. They had a server where they made a huge build and it lagged out when you got close to it. And it's basically like the developers didn't understand that if you make a game where building is a feature, builders are going to come to it to see what they can do to it. You know, they're going to try and make the biggest build they possibly can. Some are going to try and make the most efficient build because it's one type of content. Some are going to try and make the most extravagant build. Some people are going to try and just make the biggest build. It doesn't matter how it looks. And some people are going to do other things of the sort. So, yeah, if you put a building aspect in there, expect the builders to find the game. Plain and simple. There are still people playing Sims 4 and all they do is build houses. And like 7 Days right now, there is a huge contingent of people who play 7 Days to Die exclusively because it has a build feature in it. You can build your own base, you can build your own house. Some people like to build their houses and bases inside the POIs, restoring the POIs, and some people like to make it from the ground up. So whenever you have a game that has a building aspect, you should understand that chances are someone's going to break it building. Yes, Chaplain, I'm staring at you. I'm pretty sure you've broken a couple of servers with your builds. I can tell you, back when I was doing my Fallout 4 builds, I did one build in Bench Farm that was so huge. I had 15 FPS, and it took me 2 hours to live stream the footage from the build. That's how long it took for me to show off one of my builds. You like to switch back and forth between running body and POIs and building your own. I like that too because it gives you so many options. You can try and realize how the building look, or you can completely change how the building look, and then you can try out your hand at your own idea. You would like to make a hover base? Oh, don't ask the fun pimps for that one. You're not allowed to do any of that in our game. No cheating allowed. No cheating, no cheesing, not even the tiniest bit of Parmesan or Swiss in their gameplay. Not at all. You're not allowed. No soup for you! Exactly. Exactly. So, what is the... Hold on. I've been sitting inside the server this whole time. It is nighttime. Okay, nothing is here. Not that it really matters, but it does give kind of a different background. Y'all could probably at least hear the game music or whatever. Did I enjoy the build server? I really, really did. There were some really good builds in it. Well, then they should fix the exploits. It's kind of their job after all. Yeah, you would figure that they would fix some of those exploits. Fix them. All of them. All of the exploits. Make it to where not a single thing could be used as an exploit. I don't understand, guys. I don't understand. I think my biggest problem with the update is whenever... Which alpha was it that they were talking to the fun pimps? Was it last alpha? I think it was the last alpha. They were talking about some of the new changes. I think that's whenever the gardening situation was first being talked about. The fun pimps, when they were talking to people about it, they said, okay, in an average playthrough, how long do you think people actually play the game? And the fun pimps thought that one playthrough should be about 40 hours. And I'm like, I have to really be having a really bad time, or something's glitching out on my map, or something like that, for me to only play a particular gameplay, a particular run, for only 40 days. Right now, the nighttime music is freaking you out. Is it making you paranoid? It is. There, I'll get out of it. Sad, have a good night. Joey. Old's gray, it's okay, little buddy, you're safe. How sweet. Oh, you have a horde night coming up, so it's making you paranoid about your time, huh? Oh, welcome back, Pony. I do apologize about the commercials. I'm actually very close to making the decision that probably needs to be off because it hasn't actually legitimately helped at all. We can go back to... The kitties haven't been in here in a while, and I think they finally deserted me. So we're good. Ads are ads. It's okay. Thank you. I do appreciate it. So out of all of these things, what's the biggest concern for this? Where's the thing where people are talking about the things that got pushed to the next alpha? Bug reports. I have no idea where they put that information. I'm sure that there is more information like that, but I don't know where they put it. The things that got bumped to the next alpha? So from Alpha 20 that was released at the end of December to now, is the end of March. So I guess this was March. 3 months later, you're telling me the only things so far confirmed are POIs and decorative cars. Oh, okay. But these guys are already confirmed to not be in there this time. Those are supposed to be the raiders. You got the light armor, medium armor, the heavies that are supposed to be carrying the big stuff, and lootable vehicles. You're sitting at the hospital. Are you okay? Everything okay? I hope everything's okay.